Good morning, students. Myself, Jagdish KM. Today, I am going to conduct an online class on research methodology. In the earlier classes, I told you about the research methodology. Again, I will go through the topics once again in different way. Introduction. It is an art of scientific investigation. According to Redman and Murray, research is a systematized effort to gain new knowledge. Research is an original addition to the available knowledge which contributes to its further advancement. In sum, research is the search for knowledge using objective and systematic methods to find solution to a problem. So, in the above 3 points, that is, it is a scientific research, effort to gain a new knowledge, and that is additions to the available knowledge. Totally we can say search for knowledge using an objective and systematic method to find solution for a particular problem. A careful investigation or inquiry, especially through a search for new facts in any branch of knowledge, is called as research. A careful investigation or inquiry, especially through search for new facts in any branch of knowledge, is called as research. Objectives of research. There are a number of objectives in the research, that is, to gain familiarity with new insights into a phenomena, to accurately portray the characteristics of particular individual, group or a situation, to analyze the frequency with which something occurs or its association with something else, to examine the hypothesis of a causal relationship between two variables. These are the major objectives of research methodology or research. Familiarity with a new insight into a phenomena. New insight means throwing a light on the particular topic, that is going inside or depth of the concept. To accurately portray the characteristics of a particular individual, group or a research or situation. Individual research, that is, already you are studied in the organization, behavior and theory, how the people works in an individual or when they are in the group, how the people will react in different situations, everything, their personality, perception, job satisfaction, learning, everything will be decided, or this can be studied with the help of research. To analyze the frequency with which something occurs or its association with something else, that is, frequency of occurrence also we studied with the help of research. Next, to examine the hypothesis of a causal relationship between two variables. That is, how the one is independent variable, another one is dependent variable. That is, what is the relationship between these two. We can also examine with the help of hypothesis. Hypothesis means nothing but that is imagination. Research methods and research methodology. Here you should not confuse it with these two words. Research methods and research methodology. Research methods are the methods that researcher adopts for conducting the research studies. But research methodology is the way in which research problems are solved systematically. So it is the science of studying how research is conducted scientifically. So research methods means you are using primary data, secondary data, sampling techniques, research design, hypothesis, or SPSS software or any other tools we are using. These are called as research methods. But research methodology is the way in which research problems are solved systematically. So it is the science of studying how research is conducted systematically or scientifically. It is called as research methods. Significance of research. All progress is born of inquiry. Doubt is often better than overconfidence, for it leads to inquiry. Inquiry leads to invention. There is the definition given by Hudson Maxim. So, if you go through that is without any questioning, if you are agree with all the everything, there is no question of inquiry. If you have any doubt, you can go for inquiry. At that time, inquiry is better than overconfidence. That is, it is better to inquire with others, for it leads to inquiry. Inquiry leads to invention. That is, doubt is often better than overconfidence. It leads to inquiry. Inquiry leads to invention. Research inculcates scientific and inductive thinking, and it promotes the development of logical habits of thinking and organization. So, research inculcates scientific and inductive thinking in the minds of the researcher. It helps to promote the development of logical habits of thinking and organization. That's why in each and every organization there is research and development wing. It always searching for the new things. It studies the customer habits, taste, likes, dislikes, their culture, changing socio-cultural phenomena, everything will be studied. Or even changes in the government policies, or that is the laws or new rules and regulations, or any other changes in the environment, political changes, social changes, technological changes, global changes, everything will be affect the business in one way or other way. So it helps the logical habits of thinking and organization for the promotion of or its development. So there are different types of researches we find in all over the world. That is, there are mainly three types of research: qualitative research and quantitative research. Mix of all this is called as mixed research. First of all, types of research. Qualitative research refers to the use of non-numerical observations to answer why. That is, these questions. While quantitative methods use data can be counted or converted into numerical forms to address how questions. So that's why qualitative research and quantitative research have two faces of the same coin. So again we go through quantitative research means there are two types. One is analytical research, another one is descriptive research. In analytical research there is a different types of methods were used for the analytical research, like observational method. By observing the things we can find the answer to the questions like why and how. That is cohort study, case control study. These are two parts of analytical research. Then one is experimental research. Randomized trials are used in the experimental research. In descriptive research, we are go through case report, case series or cross-sectional reports. So this descriptive means it is just like a essay type. We are giving the description or describing the things in the way of, that is what we called as in the answers with the help of questionnaire or with the help of observation or with the help of interview, or everything is included in the descriptive research. Analytical research means by the observation and experimental research. So again, criteria of good research. See, criteria of good research is depends upon different things. That is, it is depend upon the mindset of the researcher, and that is the goal of research. Why the research is conducted. Suppose our research is conducted or our research is to find the changes in the minds of the customers, at that time we will go for, that is, different type of research. Suppose if anything happens, changes in the society or in the region or in the religion, at that time our research, that is aim or goal of the research is different. Whatever it may be, criteria of good research is different. Like good research is systematic. Research is structured with specified steps to be taken in a specified sequence in accordance with the well-defined set of rules. That is, it should be within the particular area or particular framework, or it is also called as particular jurisdiction. It should not go away from the framework, or that is the scope is very important. Good research is logical. Research is guided by the rules of logical reasoning. We should not go like a horse while it was running. That is, it should see all over. That is 360 degree. That is, research is always called as 360 degree. It is based on KM or knowledge management. Good research is empirical. Research is related to basically to one or more aspects of a real situation and deals with concrete data that provides a basis for external validity. So, good research is always empirical. Good research is replicable. This characteristic allows researchers to be verified with replicating the study and thereby building a sound basis for decision. That is, replicable means, that is, it should be seen once again. Research process. So, the research process consists totally 7 steps. First one is define research problem. Second step is review of literature, review of concepts and theories. Then review previous research finding. Third one is formulate that is research hypothesis. Next, fourth one is research design, including sample design. Fifth one is collection of data, either primary data or secondary data. Next one is analysis of data, that is testing the hypothesis. Seventh one is interpretation of data and reporting the data to the concerned authority. So there are main 7 steps of data which are included in the research process. That's why define the research problem is very difficult as well as it is very necessary. Otherwise, suppose you find the problem but you cannot get the subsequent data or review of earlier studies, automatically it will become failure. Next aspect is defining the research problem. See, a research problem in general refers to some difficulty which a researcher experiences in the context of either a theoretical or practical situation and wants to obtain a solution for the same. The research problem undertaken for study must be carefully selected. Help may be taken from a research guide in this connection. Ask yourself one key question: where do your interest lie? It is very important. Suppose sometimes on the pressure of the higher authority or force of the higher authority, or that is without knowing something about that research, if you go for research means automatically you will become failure. So ask yourself one key question: where do your interest lie? Which field you are interested? That is very important. If you are interested in the particular field, automatically research will flow that is smoothly. Otherwise, it is difficult for the researcher to that is define the research problem. At that time, you can take the help from the concerned research guide or your peer team or from your subordinates or from your superior, anywhere. That is in the context of either a theoretical or practical situation, and you have to obtain the solution for the same. That is, if there is a problem means there must be a solution. That is, if there is a solution means there may be a problem. So while you are finding the problem or defining the research problem, you should know something about that particular area. Otherwise, you cannot come to the correct solution. You cannot give the that is suggestions or findings to the that is whomsoever you are concerned. So this is what about the that is research problem. Second one is the following points may be observed by a researcher in selecting a research problem or a subject for research. Here, subject which is overdone should not be normally chosen, for it will be difficult task to throw any new light in such a case. There must be some objectives to be attained. If one wants nothing, one cannot have a problem. The subject selected for research should be familiar and feasible so that the related research materials or sources of research are within one's reach. So see, the subject which is overdone should not be normally chosen. It will be a difficult task through any new light on such case. There must be a certain objectives to attain it. If wants nothing, one cannot have a problem. So the subject selected for research should be familiar and feasible so that related research material or sources research are within one's that is reach. So these are all about the research problem. Okay, thank you. I will continue in the next session in the that is continuation of this topic.